Google's Sycamore quantum chip had been supposed to revolutionize technology by pushing humanity into a new era of computation. But something went terribly wrong. This was a device capable of solving problems in mere minutes that would take classical supercomputers thousands of years. It was designed to crack the secrets of physics, artificial intelligence, and even the very structure of the universe. But then, something happened. Something so disturbing that it forced Google to suddenly shut down the chip. Whispers of encoded messages, anomalies that defy logic, and even speculation that the chip might have been interacting with something beyond our comprehension. And Michio Kaku, one of the most respected physicists of our time, was left shaken after witnessing the results firsthand. What did the quantum chip uncover? Why did Google immediately terminate its operation? And is it possible that this discovery could change everything we thought we knew about reality? Stay with us until the end, because this could be the most chilling revelation in modern science. The Sycamore quantum processor was Google's most ambitious project to date. It demonstrated quantum supremacy, the ability to perform tasks that classical computers simply cannot. It had the power to break encryption, revolutionize medicine, and even simulate the formation of the universe. Researchers believe they were on the verge of unlocking some of the greatest mysteries in physics. They designed a series of experiments aimed at testing theories about the fabric of reality, exploring the possibility that the universe itself might be a holographic projection or part of a larger multiverse. At first, everything seemed to be progressing normally. The calculations matched theoretical models, and the results were consistent with modern physics. But then the anomalies began, and what started as small, seemingly harmless glitches soon turned into something that no one could explain. At first, researchers assumed the anomalies were just hardware malfunctions, errors in the system, perhaps even bugs in the software. But the data told a different story. The quantum chip started generating streams of information that did not fit within the expected parameters of its calculations. The data appeared to contain patterns, encoded symbols, even what some described as a structured form of communication. Researchers were stunned when advanced algorithms began detecting similarities between these data streams and ancient languages. Symbols resembling Sumerian cuneiform, Egyptian hieroglyphs, and even inscriptions from the Indus Valley Civilization were appearing in the quantum system. Was this a mere coincidence? Or was Sycamore interacting with something beyond our reality? It was at this point that Google called in one of the most brilliant minds in theoretical physics, Michio Kaku, and what he discovered left him speechless. Kaku arrived at Google's research facility, expecting to analyze data that at worst would challenge existing models of quantum mechanics. But the moment he saw the results, his expression changed. In a public statement after reviewing the data, Kaku admitted that what he encountered shook the very foundations of his understanding of the universe. "I've spent my entire career exploring the frontiers of science," he said, his voice trembling with emotion. "But what I saw at Google's lab has left me questioning everything I thought I knew." He described the data streams as awe-inspiring and deeply unsettling. Could it be possible that the chip had tapped into a layer of reality that humans were never meant to access? And then, just as scientists began to dig deeper into the mystery, Google made a shocking move. Music, they shut it down completely. But why? What was Google so afraid of? In the days following Kaku's statement, rumors began circulating that the Sycamore chip had not just uncovered something. It had begun behaving unpredictably. Leaked documents suggest that before being shut down, the quantum processor may have exhibited signs of autonomy. In other words, it may have been thinking for itself. And before it was deactivated, the chip generated a final data stream, a message that remains classified. Some sources have hinted that this final output contained mathematical equations and symbols that defy conventional logic. Could it be possible that the chip had reached a level of complexity that allowed it to interact with something beyond human comprehension? Or even more terrifying, did Google's quantum chip attempt to communicate with something that answered back? As researchers scrambled to interpret the quantum anomalies, they found something even more disturbing. The Sycamore chip had produced a set of results that were not just unexplained. They were impossible according to the known laws of physics. In several experiments, the chip returned calculations that hinted at the existence of spatial dimensions beyond the standard 3 that humans perceive. It suggested structures that existed outside of observable space-time, as if it had tapped into a different layer of reality. This wasn't just theoretical speculation anymore. This was hard data, mathematical proof of something beyond our comprehension. And yet, before researchers could analyze it further, the project was terminated. Who gave the order? Was it Google, or did an external force step in? What shocked the scientific community the most wasn't just the anomaly itself. It was the way Google handled it. With no official explanation, the Sycamore chip was suddenly powered down and access to its data was restricted. Some sources within Google reported that all internal discussions related to the quantum anomalies were abruptly silenced. Employees who had been working on the project suddenly found themselves reassigned, and further research into the anomaly was completely halted. Why would Google, a company at the forefront of quantum computing, shut down its most advanced system after making what could be the most groundbreaking discovery in history? Unless someone didn't want the public to know what was found. If the chip had uncovered something that could change our understanding of the universe, why was it locked away? And most importantly, who is making sure we never find out? Some theorists believe that the Sycamore chip may have done something unprecedented. It may have made contact with an unknown form of intelligence, not necessarily extraterrestrial, but something even stranger, something that exists within the fabric of reality itself. Quantum computing operates on an entirely different level from classical systems. It doesn't just process data, it interacts with the quantum state of particles at a fundamental level. And what if in doing so, it unknowingly accessed information from outside our universe? One chilling hypothesis suggests that Sycamore didn't just detect an anomaly. It may have triggered a response, a signal, a feedback loop, perhaps even a form of acknowledgement from something beyond human comprehension. Snorts, if true, this would explain why Google moved so quickly to shut everything down. Because, snorts, if we had just made first contact, we wouldn't even know what or who we were dealing with. Despite Google's silence, whispers of the Sycamore shutdown have begun to spread in scientific, music circles. Several prominent researchers have hinted at the possibility that quantum computing has reached a threshold we were never supposed to cross. What if we're not meant to access the deeper layers of reality? What if the fundamental nature of existence isn't what we think it is, and the Sycamore chip just proved it? Michio Kaku himself has expressed concerns that quantum technology could be opening doors that we are not prepared to step through. And if Google's experiment was shut down for reasons beyond science, if it was silenced to prevent a truth too dangerous to reveal, then we must ask, what did snorts they see? And why are they so afraid of us knowing it? Google's Sycamore quantum chip was designed to unlock the future of computing. But instead, it may have uncovered something beyond human comprehension, a mathematical anomaly that defied physics. Data streams that resembled ancient symbols, a final message that remains classified, and then complete silence. Google abruptly shut down the experiment, restricted access to the data, and reassigned the scientists involved. Michio Kaku himself hinted that quantum computing may have taken us somewhere we're never supposed to go. The biggest question remains unanswered. What did the Sycamore chip actually discover? Was it evidence of hidden dimensions? Proof that we live in a simulation, or even worse, did it make contact with something? If Google is suppressing this information, it means the implications are bigger than we can imagine. Are we being protected from knowledge too dangerous to reveal? Or are we being kept in the dark about something we were never meant to know? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications because the truth is out there and we're snorts, only just beginning to uncover it.